Good morning, Sin City, and welcome to another episode of the Las Vegas Social Media Show. I'm your host, Sam Dever, alongside co-host Aisha Jade.
Hey, guys.
And we have a returning guest with us today, Mr. Charles Ressler. Charles, welcome, sir.
Thank you. Love being here. It's one of my favorite chats.
Yay.
And that's what I'm loving about Las Vegas more and more, and especially First Friday that promotes community, but you're seeing all these people collaborating in all these different industries, whether it's art, whether it's music, and people just trying to say, how can we all have this common goal, how can we all come together and all get there, So it's really cool, the synergy, if you will.
Yeah.
That's going around across the city.
I recently did a guest blog for Robin Leach, and I was really having a hard time because they wanted it to be about First Friday, but they wanted it to come from the first person, and I wasn't really comfortable with that because the actual festival itself, it's not me, it's not Joey Vanis, it's not charity, it's the community. It belongs to the community. So anyway, the point being, I tweeted out, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of First Friday? And the overwhelming response was art, giant praying mantis, yay, 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 fun family day. And these and everything, every single response was like that. Mm-hmm. Like-minded individuals coming together, a little bit of weirdness mixed with a great, community event. And I thought, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of Las Vegas? And right, and especially outside the being here, being a Las Vegan. Yeah, so it's debauchery, it's gambling, it's sin. What happens here stays here. Hello, Sin City is how you open your show.
Right.
But ultimately, we are really changing the face of our city, and
true.
Little by little, we're notching away at that. And eventually people are going to look at us as the number one growing art city in the world.
Right.
Similar to Berlin,
Yeah.
All of a sudden there's going to be this shift and everyone's going to think of Las Vegas in an extremely different light. And rightfully so. We have more talent per capita than any other city in the world practically. Yeah. So, that's really exciting.
That's very true. And leading into that, you're also working, you're heavily involved in Downtown Project. Mm-hmm. Could you tell us a little bit about that, what's going on downtown, and maybe what your role is going on?
What's happening downtown is crazy. I've been downtown since just before Downtown Project started is when I moved to downtown.
And every time I'm downtown, I see you.
Well, the Las Vegas Weekly just said I'm the best person to know downtown.
Really?
I just won that award.
Congratulations.
So,
I'm very humbled by that. Also a little bit embarrassed to
it's
be
true.
frank.
You know what? We'll probably run into each other downtown after this moment, now that you said that.
Well, once you collide with someone once,
you'll always see
it's
them.
very interesting.
We were just talking about
there have been people that have been there for as long as I have that I've never met, and as soon as I meet them, they're in every elevator, every place I am. So I wonder if that's just that you don't notice, or if it's what that is. But it's beautiful and amazing.
It's great. I love downtown.
It's amazing what's happened there. I mean, when I moved down there, Insert Coin wasn't open yet. Yeah. So there was Beauty Bar, Don't Tell Mama, Downtown Cocktail Room, and Emergency Arts. Mm-hmm. And just watching Fremont activate and all of these businesses open, and it's moving east now on Fremont and a little bit south on Fremont, and with Zappos campus opening and the Downtown Third project opening, that whole area is going to put like a real cap on the neighborhood, so it's all lit at night and safe, and we have the Downtown Rangers, which is unbelievable, and they've really changed the neighborhood because some people were nervous, and rightfully so, because kids were told not to get off at the Las Vegas Boulevard exit. Not even to get gas.
Yep.
Wow.
My friends that have grown up here were told that. And now with the Rangers, they'll walk you to your car. They're really there to keep you safe and to be sort of like an outdoor concierge service. Yeah. So it's really amazing. I'm from New York City. I grew up in the East Village. I grew up there during a cultural renaissance. And I've never ever known of a place, maybe other than Berlin, and I always go back to Berlin because it reminds me of that, where the city is what you make it. We're designing our own city, our own downtown.
We have the blueprint.
Oh yeah, and anything you can imagine, you can have. 50-foot fire shooting praying mantis is a great example of that.
I love that thing. Oh
and there's more than just that. There's information domes and the phrase downtown Las Vegas makes you smarter is something that is becoming widely known.
Right.
And they're speakers every single week. And
great speakers.
I just, CEO of Whole Foods all the way to Oscar-winning directors to just inspiring young people that are up and coming. I mean, it's unbelievable.
And you mentioned about how the art, the art, we're going to be known as one of the top art cities, but I think just the tech scene too, and just intelligent people overall. There's a lot of smart people working here and going to be moving here. So for people that don't know, it's really amazing what's going on.
That's true.
Outside of the Strip.
Listen, there are New York Times bestsellers that have moved here. People from X Prize, from TED Med, are all moving here.
Oh, yeah.
And they come and they spend a week and they're like, oh my God, what
I didn't even know this was
hell
here.
is going on? And you're like, this is Las Vegas.
Right.
Most of my friends at home think I'm absolutely insane because I'm a New Yorker.
Yeah.
I'm used to being able to go to the Guggenheim on a whim or, see the whatever exhibit is, when it's all over the press that Andy Warhol is at the Bellagio Gallery, which is great. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Where I'm from, that's like, oh,
right.
I have to see another Andy Warhol exhibit again.
Okay.
Right.
He's been here so
but it's
many
great
times.
that that's happening here. But my friends think I'm crazy.
Right.
And what they don't realize is what's happening is a once in a lifetime. It's like the wall came down in Berlin, in East Berlin, and all of a sudden these artists started squatting in all the old buildings. And then the city decided that they would just give them the deeds. So what sprung up was this incredible bottom-up small business strategy of galleries that were bars, that were nightclubs, that turned into East Berlin cabarets and these incredible experiences. And that's what's happening here. It's like the wall came down.
Right.
And all these artists and tech people and thought leaders, which I hate that word, but it's true,
Right.
Are coming here. And even just to visit on a regular basis and contributing in some way to the community makes a huge difference.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Charles, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
Welcome to this show anytime. Continue.
I love being here. You guys are
Keep
so
coming
fun.
back.
Yeah. You guys are
Absolutely.
just a blast.
Where can the people find you?
Well, you can follow me on Twitter at Charles Ressler. I'm also on Facebook, of course. I'm not a big Instagrammer because, listen up, Instagram.
It's got something to say.
I've got something to tell you. You need to be able to use multiple accounts on Instagram.
I agree.
So I Instagram for First Friday, and as a result of that, it takes precedence over my own social.
Right.
Right.
Need a Hootsuite for Instagram.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we just just the Twitter platform where you can go and switch user. I handle 6 Twitters, so
Wow.
yeah, it's a lot.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a tweet machine.
Yeah, you are.
But no, seriously, I just need to be able to. That's a real issue.
That is. Oh yeah.
And Vine has that issue too,
You know
which I hear
what?
Vine is dead, but I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. I deleted off my Android, but not so much my iPad. And you know what's really funny? I actually voiced my opinion about how Instagram has been shutting down on my Android. For some reason this week it works perfectly fine.
Well, your first problem is that you're using an Android, Asia.
I know.
I don't know what you two are talking about, but
This guy has
I got the
an
crack
ancient.
there.
He has
Oh,
ancient
wow.
technology. Like we need to bury that phone.
I don't know if you're familiar. It's a tree. It grows. It's
Mm-hmm.
probably one of them a day keeps the doctor away.
Right.
It's called an apple.
I got the iPad and the Mac.
Yeah, I have the iPad Mini. I think I'm good.
iPad Mini. Okay. Well, your devices should all be
Apple.
speaking to each other like this. Nice
Right.
dialogue. Your Android is not speaking to your iPad
It
Mini.
sure isn't. No, it is
And
not.
I'm sure you love your iPad
I
Mini.
do.
So basically, an iPhone is that, just a little smaller, and you
I
can
thought
talk
I'd go.
on it.
I'm a nonconformist.
Oh, come on. The day you get your iPhone, you're going to be like, why didn't I do
Right.
this?
I know I will too. I'm just putting it.
I
off.
love this debate. I love it. Because everyone's like, ugh, iPad,
You know what?
Apple.
I have nothing against Apple. I love
Good.
Apple, but I just got the Android because it was new, and I always wanted the Galaxy. But now I see what everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
App-wise, I mean, it's just better.
Listen, slow and steady wins the race in the long run. But ultimately, Simon Sinek, actually, who's been here to downtown Las Vegas, if anyone doesn't know who Simon
Really?
is. Many times he's come here. His whole thing about Apple is amazing because really what he's saying is they don't make phones, they don't make iPads, they don't make music MP3 players.
Right.
They provide a service. They say philosophically, we want to make your life substantively better, easier, more
Amplified.
workable.
Right.
And as a result of that, they could make pants and there'd be a line around the store
Yeah.
to get the new Apple pants, So just go with the people that have a philosophy around that.
Right.
Because ultimately that's what we all need. That's what we're doing in Las Vegas. It's a really great metaphor. It's like, are you coming from a core value place of what you do and why you do it? Or are you coming from a place of just, what is the droid doing for you? What's their global
much.
imperative for people?
Right. They're not really doing too much.
Right. And that's why they can't break into other markets because
Exactly.
people don't know what they believe in.
Exactly. And they don't voice it as well. So,
Right. So-
yeah.
So find your Apple.
Find your
Find your
apple.
apple.
Find your Apple.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
apple a day.
highly recommend, a nice wainscot apple or,
Very nice.
that's
All right.
that's just a breed of apple.
Well, Charles Ressler gave us a lot to think about once again. Love the Apple
I'm
analogies.
going to Apple,
Awesome.
guys.
Continue doing everything. At Charles Ressler. At Charles Ressler.
At Charles Ressler, and look for me on Facebook. I'm the big smiley one.
All right. Awesome. Well, Charles, thank you so much once again, man.
Yes.
Thanks,
Thank you
Sam.
for coming.
Thanks, Asia.
Thanks.